everybody? This is Ku5ogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. I'm going to switch over to our reveal for the next GM because who could it be? Oh, I see. Oh my gosh. It's been a little while since I've seen you. Wait, I've got Corndan written here. Just a
It
sec.
is actually me this time.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So
I am giving out the very last game of round 1 of Ku5ogrande 5.
Okay, let me go ahead and switch
I hope
the
you guys like
picture here.
RoboCop.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so... It can't be RoboCop. There's no way it's RoboCop.
Well, it could be RoboCop. There's always more
no
RoboCop.
way.
But surprise, it's Mickey Mouse.
For the Amiga?
For the Amiga.
Oh, baby. Oh, Mickey Mouse for the Amiga. This is certainly a video game that I know. Sure. I know nothing about this, Corndan.
You might. I mean, they had a version for the Atari ST and the Commodore 64 all have similar versions. But this is real bad.
Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking about that right now. Honestly, there's a small chance I remember a Sesame Street game. I never played it, though, because I felt like it was for babies. I don't know, even when I was young and definitely a dumb child, I still didn't want to play things that were meant for children.
Sure, and this game ostensibly is made for children, but it's really not. It's really here to torment the adults in the children's life, because the children are going to get fed up with this real fast and make their dad beat it.
Oh, yeah.
Because this game is stupid. And it's hard. Yeah, like, this game is hard.
Yeah, I believe
be as hard as it is.
Okay. I'm just checking right now to make sure I know who is doing audio, and I believe I have them. Perfect. Yeah, it's... You know, there were a lot of games for children that were either really too easy or way too hard. And it was very rare that you had something in between that was the right difficulty for kids.
I mean, and to be fair, even if they do well in this, we will not see a completion.
Oh, good.
Because this game is long for stupid reasons.
Oh, no. Well, I'm cool with that. You know, I think, then again, I'm trying to think, how would you even go about developing a game for children? Because you got to think they are the most judgmental people on Earth, okay? Because if they don't like it, they will let people know. They're not just going to roll over and say, yeah, that was okay. No.
I mean, we have had Minicorn on stream yelling about butts on game, so...
I love it. Gotta start young, kid. Yeah, it's not surprising that kids hated a lot of things. I personally never thought that games were ever really too difficult when I was young. Well, I don't know. Like, I struggled with Battletoads. I never made much progress in that, you know. Beat the Turbo Tunnel as well as the ice stage and the rafting stage, but never really got anywhere past that place in Battletoads. It's hard.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's sort of what we grew up with. Games were hard because they had to add more replayability.
And instead of, like, adding more game, you just make it hard.
Yeah. See, modern developers can learn from, you know, the old strategies, the strategies of yore.
I mean, yes, I agree with that.
No, add more content. But if you don't have a lot of content, just make it really hard, and then it'll feel longer.
Yeah, you know, when you finally do actually get through it.
Yeah, the thing is, there are a lot of people out there who just don't finish developing games. And honestly, you should finish a project. You should go, kick butt, finish the project.
Well, I mean, sometimes you don't want to finish a project, you know, because the project's going to be really bad, and so you probably shouldn't finish that one.
You know what? I want to make like a modern version of Biomiracle.
I mean, you should make a modern version of Miracle Rocket.
No.
Yeah, I think you should.
No.
Why not? It totally wouldn't be bad.
Oh, it would be so bad if I made it. Oh, it would be bad.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah, don't let me make it, please. Everybody, I ask you. A Biomiracle slot machine? Uh-oh. No, Omega number, don't tempt me. Because if a Biomiracle slot machine existed that was just as cool as the game, I would probably go and lose all of my money every month to the Biomiracle machine.
He will lose all of your hard-earned money on it. Everybody here, everyone who's subscribing, your money's going to the Biomiracle slot machine.
I mean, if it were in Vegas or Reno. No, Wendover. Yeah, there we go. That's the closest place. Wendover. Yeah, better not put a Biomiracle slot machine there. Really, though, like, when I was younger, I looked at slot machines, I'm like, this is so dumb that people put money in, and they know that their odds are low at getting something back. But then, now that I'm adult, I'm like, look at the colors! Ah, they're spinning around. This is fine. See, I think that, essentially, if you don't like playing any type of game at all, then it's awesome. But no, this is why I'm only allowed to go to Nevada like once every few years, okay? Because, yeah, that wouldn't be good. I just find them so fascinating.
I have not gone to Nevada in a long time.
Also, the bad thing is that I've always gotten more money than I've spent every single time, Corndan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And so, unfortunately, my mind's like, you're gonna get more money, Bracetta. Yeah, it's not a good thing to have in your mind, okay? You want to be like, this is disappointing.
I only take what I'm willing to lose.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I do that as well. You know, set aside a certain amount of money. This is how much I am happy to spend right now. If for some reason I lose all of it, that is fine. I do not need to touch any more.
Well, I see all 4 of our players live.
Same here, and I hear something that I might call music.
I mean, it is sounds, and it is coming from a stream, and that is what happens when you turn on the game, so...
Yeah, I guess technically this is... Oh my gosh, of course it's the Sorcerer's Apprentice, you know.
It is,
good old
and
Fantasia.
I hope you know that that's all we're gonna hear this for an hour. Like, seriously, that's all we're gonna hear for an hour.
Okay, so here's the deal. The song is fine. It just is aggressive.
It is. And it's not even that good of a version here, because the Amiga could do so much better than this. So, Author Blues is correct. The quality of the music does not improve. In fact, this is all of the music you're going to hear.
Yeah. Okay, so right now there's clarification in Discord, essentially how they're going to be progressing, because there are multiple stages.
Yep. So the way we're going to do progression is, as you climb up this tower, there's going to be doors that you have to go through, and you have to block up the doors to make progress. if there's a door on that floor, you have to go do it. If there are 2 doors on the floor, you do the right one, then the left one.
Yep.
And that way, we will get a consistent progress.
Oh, yeah. So, the 4 players that we have today, Maurice, who is really good at Mystery Tournament. Holy guacamole, so good. Attack the Moon, somebody who I believe I know Attack the Moon personally from a previous job of mine. Not 100% sure, but I'm glad that they've gotten involved. Polterghost, bottom left, is amazing, and Proton John, bottom right, also amazing. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be a real good match. Which is why they got Mickey Mouse.
Everybody, pull out all of your Disney emotes and spam, please spam Disney or Magic or anything that seems related. Nuclear power is very important in the Mickey Mouse universe.
True.
I would agree. Spam, everybody. I want to see those emotes.
Yeah, spam armadillos.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they could be nice.
Okay. Hasn't started yet. They're not moving yet. Okay, there we go. There goes Mickey.
Okay, so this game, you climb up. There are 4 towers that you need to go up to get 4 pieces of this wand. Because things, I don't know, it's Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
And to do that, you have to block up all these doors that are letting all of these bad guys out on every tower.
This is Amigo, right?
This is Amigo.
Okay, because I remember that I can actually change stuff to make it a little bit bigger here. So don't freak out, anybody. There will be changes in a little bit.
So the first door they go in will be a maze. It's a 4x4 maze. It wraps around in both directions. And here they need some nails and some wood and a mallet, because apparently Mickey's mallet's not good enough. I don't know. Don't ask me, it doesn't make any sense.
Wow, Mickey.
So Mickey needs a whole nother, like, undoable, like disposable mallet to throw things, to deal with this.
Okay.
And so the progress in the maze, right, will be picking up the nails and the hammer and the wood, and then they have to make it back out. And it's really easy to get lost because I didn't tell them that everything wraps around. We left that part out of the controls we gave, of the manual we gave them.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, maybe.
So you get 3 lives right in here, right? So you see the Mickey bar, there's 3 energy segments. You can get a heart and refill one of them.
Okay.
If you lose all 3, it kicks you back out, and you lose some of your actual health, like your, I guess, overworld health, be the way I'd call it. That overworld health is the same as their ammo for the water gun. If you lose all your water, you die.
What? Well, I mean,
Yep.
that's true
It's game over.
with most people.
So, Attack the Moon has to go back in the other door because they didn't finish it.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh, this game is so butts already. Well, at the same time, if it's meant to be sort of a little bit confusing, get a little bit lost for a while and then figure your way around, I kind of can approve of that. I understand the thought with making a game that way. Yeah.
We're definitely going to see that a lot, though. Right? This like maze shows up a lot. So
Oh, really?
like you can see here, like so Polterghost also didn't finish it. Even with the 2 things on there, you have to go back through and do it. You have to get all 3.
Okay.
Now, the other thing you'll know is that every time it goes in, there's a key that flips over. And so you only have a limited amount of keys to go do all these things. Now, you can get them by killing other enemies. They're essentially a rare drop from the guys you attack on the overworld. Sometimes they drop keys. You have to have keys to go into doors.
Okay. Like, I feel like the players are going to be struggling a little bit getting through.
Yes.
Honestly, I think mostly because of confusion than anything
Yeah.
else.
So, like, John here has all 3 items he needs to get out. He just needs to find the trapdoor to get out.
Okay. Oh no, attack the moon. That is it for that attempt, I believe.
Yep. So, chat is asking, is this entire game just RNG? And the answer is, basically not, right? I mean, there's some RNG in the mini games, but everything else is done, is deterministic.
Hey, Proton John finished a door.
So, the second mini game here is these bubbles that are going up, and you have to aim down and hit the bubbles, like throw your mallet at the bubbles, so that they don't like destroy your platform. And you can tell how far along they are. There is a bar down in the left-hand side, right? That the more you get rid of them, the more it goes.
Oh yeah.
The more it goes down.
Just doing a quick refresh of a stream. I will
Yep.
let John know if for some reason that doesn't do the trick.
It came back up on my stream.
Aha.
So.
Oh, you okay?
The easiest way, yeah. Allergies and chips going down the wrong pipe.
Cord Dad.
And I know, right?
I don't even have chips.
Well, you could have chips on. So John has figured out like the right kind of way to go about this is to just go with the direction of the whatever direction they're sending the conveyor. You can jump, over that stuff, and I would recommend he probably does.
Like in some cases, I could see that being beneficial.
Yeah. Well, since the only way you can get out of this is by dealing with the bubble, he's gonna have to.
Especially since the conveyor belt is random, right?
Yes.
Do you have to hit so many bubbles in a row, or is it just...
No, just so many bubbles. So as you break bubbles, you can see the that little white meter, like...
Oh yeah,
the amount of bubble solution or whatever, on the left, go down. When that is completely empty...
Oh no.
So now here, John is without any keys. So to get keys, you have to kill these little guys.
That
Sometimes
seems like a lot of hassle.
Yeah, it is.
How do you see your actual health in this overworld, by the way?
So you see that empty and full meter kind of in the bottom of the screen?
No.
Right, I guess it's in the middle of the screen, whatever, like underneath the little Mickey icons.
There's a blue one and there's a white one.
So the blue one is how far up the tower you are. The white one is how much water you have for the water gun. That is also your health.
The ghost turned into Cross and then fell and died. This is terrifying.
So Polterghost needs to go back down, but I think what they're trying to do is trying to go somewhere else to get keys.
Okay. Oh my gosh. John is just trying to get keys, but is kind of failing at that.
And so it's real bad. And sometimes you get keys and sometimes you don't. It didn't take me real long to get keys, but it took Royal Blue Wizard a long time, to the point that Royal Blue Wizard accused me of giving them a game that wasn't completable because you couldn't get keys.
What information did you give the players, by the way?
I did give them almost all the manual. I took out the little hints and tricks section of the manual. I gave them everything else.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Maurice just got a key and is going to be entering this door with bubbles.
Yeah! Proton John, by the way, is yelling in Discord chat that they're random.
Oh, for sure. He got a key, though. He has a key.
He has 2. So is the hints and tricks section by chance the only useful part of the manual? It is actually the most useful part of the manual. But it is not the only useful part of the manual. There are controls.
Okay.
The control section is important.
Yeah, this is Amiga, so Amiga actually had quite a bit of stuff, although if it was a joystick and button that you were supposed to use on this, it wouldn't be too hard.
So you can use either a 2-button controller.
Okay.
Right, because the only controls you have are move, like use your weapon and switch your weapons.
Yeah.
And so you can either use a 2-button controller or a single button controller in space. I used the single button controller in space and didn't have an issue with it. I don't expect that they will either.
Oh my gosh, this music is driving me nuts.
Yeah, and you got what, like 50 more minutes of it.
We've got 50 more minutes. But you know, that's fine. That's fine. We'll survive.
John is almost done with the second. So John is the first one to get through 2 of the minigames.
Oh no. So it turns out that one of the people who actually worked for US Gold ended up coming over to this specific studio and working. And this studio, Gremlin Graphics, became Infogrames later on.
Yeah. So I stand corrected. Maurice has 3, Moon has 2, John now has 2. Yeah, so the big part of this game is going to be hunting for keys.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This specific studio, though, did some games called Wanted, Monty Mole, as well as Monty is Innocent, which I have a feeling that these...
Well, I mean, I guess if he's no longer on the run.
Yeah, I guess they were ports to the ZX Spectrum, specifically from the Monty on the Run games. But yeah, that always worries me to see. Oh, they did do Monty on the Run. Okay, that's fair.
So they're asking in chat, there are 2 bubble rope minigames. In fact, not only are there 2 bubble rope minigames, there are 2 maze minigames. And we won't see the 3rd type of minigame until we make to the 2nd tower.
There are multiple towers?
There are 4 towers.
No! That's more than Lord of the Rings. By 2.
By 2, yeah.
Oh. Actually, I'm pretty sure there were more than 2 towers in Lord of the Rings. Gotta be honest.
Well, I mean, we don't know that for sure.
This company, by the way, did make Masters of the Universe, the movie, the game.
I believe we've had that.
I'm not sure if we have.
I think we did on Amstrad CPC.
Oh, well, they made that, yeah.
I think I may have given, that to Proton John.
Wait, really?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Everybody loves Infogrames and Gremlin. Gremlin Graphics. Graphics?
Yeah, Graphics.
Yeah, the Graphics. Who did the music here? I gotta chew you out. Okay, a guy known as Ben Daglish.
So what else has Ben Daglish done?
Well, he's done beautiful video games like Platypus 2. How about Platypus 1? Yeah. Chronicles of the Sword, I have no idea what that is. Motorhead, that sounds vaguely familiar. Let's get into the old stuff. The Flintstones 1988, Mickey Mouse the computer game, that's this. Pac-Mania did some musical arrangements for that. How about 720 Degrees in 1987?
That game's a thing, yeah.
Gauntlet 2 did the title music for that. Music in Gauntlet: The Deeper Dungeons. The Last Ninja, which has amazing music.
It does.
Especially the Commodore 64 version of that. Yeah,
So my thinking is that he just got caught up with somebody's lame art or sound direction for this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a faithful reproduction of this music.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just that
not.
there are a couple parts that hurt.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not real good, but I mean, it's recognizable.
Oh, you know what? One of the producers for Myst worked on this game.
So people are asking, what is the point of the mini games? You have to close all of those doors so that when you get to this top door, it opens up and you get to face a witch.
Yeah. Yeah, the evil kind of witch. Mickey doesn't kill nice witches, unlike some little redhead from Kansas.
And you get to throw hammers at her head. In fact, that's what you have to do.
Oh, good. Oh my goodness! You remember the Flash for Sega Master System, developed by Probe Software? Well, one of the people who worked on graphics for this moved on over there to Probe and did that. Did the beautiful graphics over there. The graphics there were actually pretty okay. But he also did the graphics for Technocop.
All right. I mean, Technocop graphics were reasonable.
This isn't Super Nintendo or NES, though. We're talking about for like Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum. Apparently Technocop is on all of that stuff. And I had no idea, and I am a little bit afraid of the knowledge that I have just unlocked.
Well, now you're gonna go pursue that rabbit hole after this.
Oh my gosh, probably.
Everyone's right. Mickey's had.
Sorry, what was that? You cut out.
Yeah, I'm being Comcasted.
Comcast! Ah! Why would you?
Yeah, I mean, Mickey has, like, no jump frames. He just goes up.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of how I do it, too. People make fun of me when I try to jump anywhere.
But so what you have to do, right, is jump up, and you can, at the very top of your arc, you can actually throw a hammer that will pass over that first fireball and hit her in the head. And that's the easiest way to do it.
It looked like you have to hit her in the face in order to kill her.
You do.
It's the weak spot.
I mean, I don't like being hit in the head with a hammer either, so...
Yeah, I can't recall the last time I've been hit by a hammer. I have done some hammering with nails and stuff, and I hit my fingers. English is just too hard today, Corndan, and I don't know why.
You are not Englishing very well.
No, I am doing the worst at Englishing.
I think Polterghost is the third or the fourth one to get to the witch. Yeah. Now, the witch sucks because if you don't kill the witch, right, you start all over on that tower.
Hey, Polterghost got a hit on the witch's face. Very nice, another hit. I think Polterghost may be able to do this, but it looks like she takes a few hits.
She does. She takes like 5 or 6. But so basically, if you can see like the hammer going kind of above the ramparts there, that you're gonna get a hit. Otherwise, it's a crapshoot on whether or not it'll be blocked by the fireball. The high fireball.
That's actually really cool that you can technically shoot a little bit over the fireball. Oh my gosh! There she goes! Polterghost has done the witch in and got the banana. So that's
got
good.
the first piece of the wand.
Oh, first piece of the wand. Okay.
So now you'll notice, right? This one looks like the other one, except now we'll see a third minigame.
Ooh, there's this Slimer here.
Yep, the enemies are different in
Okay.
every tower,
That's
right?
good.
Culminating with like evil Donald Duck in Tower 4.
Oh, my favorite kind of Donald Duck. Wait, did Maurice just reset?
Yep.
I believe so. Question, how do lives and continues work with this?
Well, there's one life,
Okay.
and I didn't make it to Tower 2, so if there are continues, they're always allowed to use it, but I'm pretty sure there's not.
Yeah. Oh, Maurice fallen all the way down. I think you're probably right about that.
Yeah, you can fall all the way down on those rounded ones.
That's
You can
amazing.
fall all the way down to that. The reason you would do that is essentially if you weren't following the method we told them to use, right? You missed a door or something like that. You could fall all the way down to that and use that basically to go more easily get to the doors you need to.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's a good reason for doing that. Otherwise, if you're just dumb, that happens too.
My gosh. That's pretty terrible that you only have one life, though. And,
Yep.
enemies actually deal a pretty good amount of damage quickly.
But it's also not too hard, right, to get health back.
Yeah, the potions are everywhere right now.
Yeah. So, that's not a big deal, I think, in the grand scheme of things. I think it's easier.
I love that you have fake hit points in this game, too. The ones during the mini-games.
Yeah. So, you'll notice on Tower 2, things have sped up. The bubble machine is now going twice as fast.
I like it. Good. It was too slow for my taste back in the day. I want something exciting.
So in some ways, that actually makes it a little bit easier to deal with because you don't always have to make sure you get to the one, the singular bubble. Like if it's all the way across the screen and the conveyor's going a certain way, you don't have to worry about it as much.
Yeah.
So I think in some ways, it's actually a little bit easier to deal with. You require more bubbles now, though.
Okay.
But it looks like it's easier to do. Like it's easier to manage because you can just hit more of them more often.
By the way, I just like having mice run around and pop bubbles, but I feel like there might be a lot of people watching who just feel like they need a story, some reason to care about the bubbles and their deaths. But luckily I did find the story of this game.
Sure. Tell me the story.
All right, let's go ahead and go sort of old man voice. Or just normal. I don't know what I'm doing. The wicked witches of the north, south, east, and west have stolen Merlin's magic wand and given it to the awfully horrible Ogre King. Using its power, they will, between them, rule Disneyland. Wait, their goal is to take over Disneyland, Corndan. That's what the witches are doing.
Well, you know what? That's a better story than Twilight.
It's a better story than a lot of games we have. Let's see. The Ogre King.
True.
The Ogre King has used the wand to cast a sleeping spell over the land. He then broke the wand into 4 parts and gave each witch a piece to guard. Okay, the wise and witches have moved into the 4 tallest towers of Disney Castle and banished all of the drowsy Disney characters. They're each using the pieces of wand they guard, along with some enchanted water they also stole from Merlin, to fill the castle with hideous monsters. Wait, so could they just create monsters from the wand? They had to go and steal other magical stuff?
Well, I mean, if you look in the maze, right, all the monsters come out of the water puddles.
Yeah, but those are also sprinklers, right?
Well, I think they're faucets.
Faucets. Yeah, if you already have faucets in the tower, how are you going to get Merlin's water over there? Did they just, like, spend a week constructing a pipe or something?
Well, yeah.
It definitely wasn't government funded. That would have taken a couple of years.
Well, they took the treasury of Disneyland. I mean, Disney has so much money, it can do whatever it wants.
Oh, good point. Good point. Anyways, this water is the key to Disneyland's salvation. Oh, I can't take this seriously. Merlin had one bottle of water hidden, and this he gave to Mickey Mouse to use to defend himself as he rescues the wand. The water must be used sparingly or it will run out. Okay, but
Yeah, but I mean,
the water spawns
all over
monsters,
the place.
but I feel like this water is more powerful than the wand. I'm just going in that direction, okay? Mickey Mouse bathwater? No, chat. I am so upset now.
Well, so Poltergeist has made it to the third minigame, where you need to get rid of that laser beam up at the top so you can go deal with Dracula. And so to do that, you have to pound corks in this pipe until it goes away. It's RNG which corks need to be pounded in.
Are you serious?
Yep.
So the order is random, you just have to do all of them.
No, you don't even have to do all of them. So, the two bottom ones, one of them is the important one. And
How can you...
it looks like they're in, but they're not.
Yeah, they need one more good whack.
They need one more good whack, exactly. So, chat's asking, is the Ogre King backstory only, or does he actually show up in the game? The Ogre King actually is the final boss.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
So when you defeat all four witches, that you're given the wand and you're given 3 tries to kill the Ogre King, which is the same 3 lives you currently have. And if you lose, I think it's game over.
It says squirting him 15 times with the pistol, specifically it's a water pistol using Merlin's magic water, will defeat him. However, it's not that easy. If Mickey doesn't succeed at first, he can try again. If he fails a third time, the game is over and Mickey will have to return to the bottom of Tower 1.
Yep.
You get 3 shots.
You get 3 shots.
And I assume you have 3 hit points fighting the boss, because that's how it's been up till this point.
Yep.
Why is there a spider on the wall, John? I'm afraid of the spider on your wall. Also, attack the moon, your spider.
Why not?
It's gonna eat them. This door would open if you had a key. Yeah, I think that is something that is probably a huge frustration factor. Everybody has been walled just trying to get the items they need to spawn. However, there are a lot of potions being dropped. I feel like...
Yeah, it's not... I mean, you're not in risk, at least in Towers 1 and 2. You're not in risk of dying.
Unfortunately...
as the enemies get tougher and more of them and faster and all of that, like in Towers 3 and 4, you might have some difficulties there.
Oh yeah. This is a problem, okay? Because it's spawning a lot of enemies, but just dropping lots of water. The thing is, It just based off of what I saw there, it doesn't matter if you already have full water or not. If an enemy dies, there's a high chance it's going to spawn a water bottle, and the keys are super rare. Like I was thinking that maybe if you kept your water high or picked up a water bottle right after killing an enemy, so that when the item spawned, it wasn't affected by that.
It is like rare and random. So John has got it figured out on right when to release that hammer.
Oh yeah.
So I expect we'll see John on Tower 2 in just a minute.
I believe so. Polterghost is still going through the area with ghosts.
The other thing to note with the plunger area, right? The skulls can like dislodge your the corpse you're putting in. So they're really important to kill, but they can only dislodge it like one level.
Okay. Hey, it looks like Polterghost should be through, but I don't think Polterghost realizes that. Oh, no.
Oh, almost.
Wait, if the skulls get them, they pop back up a little bit? Oh, that is rude.
Isn't it?
Oh, that's perfect. Exactly what I love to see in my video games. At least you can't really take damage in this level, right? Like, the ghosts don't hurt you.
The skulls do.
The skulls do?
Yeah. So if you were to like hit them when they're not on the ladder, right, or touch them when they're not on the ladder, you can't take damage.
Oh my gosh!
It's a pretty forgiving hitbox.
Polterghost got through it. Very nice. Maurice waiting to go into the metal door. Gotta get a key. Yeah, honestly, I think all of the players are doing some pretty good pushes through this. Proton John, I believe, is on the second tower.
Yes.
Yeah, look at these bubbles. My gosh. We're half an hour in. This music is starting to get a little bit...
Grating?
A little bit. Like, especially this section, because of the instruments that they chose, it feels like you're listening to a whole bunch of pops. Pop, 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 pop.
Alright, yeah, I can...
Like, because the specific sound effects are just on or off, it's very abrupt to the ears.
Yeah, it's definitely a game. Like, I'm curious to hear actually from all four of these guys at the ends, right? Because like it's that music that they partly used because it was in Fantasia, and because it's probably not copyrighted anymore, right? Copyright probably expired on it, so they can use it. And didn't do a whole good job with it, but they didn't give you, so it's good enough. And then they didn't give you any variety whatsoever.
Yep.
So the longer you go, the more you're getting frustrated with everything going. It's just there to taunt you.
Maurice, by the way, is getting absolutely terrible luck right now.
Yeah.
In this tower, no keys. Like, Maurice is a very strong player. So, honestly, seeing all of those trolls is a little bit frustrating, but, it happens sometimes with the games that we have. So Maurice just needs to figure this boss out, figure out how to deal damage, and it's through whacking her in the face.
Yep. But Maurice hasn't seen that yet. Or Maurice hasn't.
There we go. Got the hits.
Yep.
Okay, like Maurice has it. Just gotta go slow.
Well, I think as soon as Maurice registered that if you throw it high enough, everything clears.
Yeah.
Right, that's essentially safe.
Oh my gosh. Still, she takes a lot of hits. There we go. The witch is down, and everybody has moved on to Tower 2.
Yep.
By the way,
So,
what are the coins at the bottom?
So, the 4 on the left, you can get like potions and stuff. They're even more rare than keys, and the 4 on the right are keys.
Okay.
So they flip over to whatever they are on the other side when you have them.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, honestly, Proton John has been stocking up some keys and some items. I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good strat, but not a bad one.
If you're going through, like, it's not going to hurt you at all, because, I mean, essentially, as long as you can kill everything out, right, you're going to get a life, or you're going to get health back. So it's not a bad strategy. Right, and so you can see here that Polterghost must have missed a door. Right, went to the door. Not all doors on this level have been sealed.
Oh, yeah. Polterghost. You know what? That happens. There's the door.
Right there, yep.
But then again, like, if you are going through and collecting items, eventually you're going to use the items, you know?
Yes.
It doesn't hurt to grind a little bit for keys and then go and move on to the next area.
For sure. I don't think it's... And, as I said, because it's basically safe, too, I don't think it's a big deal. You are going to use those keys.
Oh, yeah. That's something that, like, back when I ran Fester's Quest... there are multiple places where you can do grinds for keys, and honestly, I'd like to spread stuff out personally. That way, you know, I could be like, okay, this is my grinding time where I have to do a lot of mashing, or this is my not grinding time where I just need to make sure I don't take damage. Like, I don't know, you gotta have some variety. So I feel like for this, I would probably do a handful of grinds and then get through as many doors as I could, grind a little bit more, get through doors.
So, chat's asking, you know, about the Ogre King. I'm not expecting anybody to even see the Ogre King, let alone beat him. Right, we're halfway through, we're not on Tower 3 yet, and each one just gets longer, right, as we go. So you might expect to see a Tower 3 completion. I'm not expecting to see a Tower 4 or a Ogre King completion here.
Okay, Proton John, by the way, asked in Discord for a rank check. That is completely allowed. He knows he's currently sitting in 3rd. Attack the Moon is just a teeny tiny bit ahead, but really whoever manages to get through whacking these corks is going to move into the 1st here. Or not 1st, 2nd. Move into 2nd, because guess what? Polterghost is just dominating right now.
Yeah. Once Polterghost gets through this maze, they're starting to take the approach that I did on this, because it's a 4x4 maze, right? You'll either go up 4, and then, like, left 1, and then up 4, and then left 1, and then up 4, and then left 1, and up 4, and then you'll get back to where you started, right? Or do it the other way around.
Yeah.
Because as long as you keep taking that approach, you'll get to where you need to be.
Yeah, it looks like John has already finished that room up, by the way, moving him into 2nd right now. We're 37 minutes in. We've still got plenty of time. Attack the Moon is probably going to be able to finish right here as well. Yeah, Dracula's dead. Yeah, it's a tie between them right now. Attack the Moon is going to need to do a little bit of a search for keys in order to get into the next area. At the same time, I can sort of understand the logic of walking up and hoping that a key spawns on the trek up. I would probably do that and then see how enemies are right in front of the door and if I can manage to get lucky at all there.
I mean, you're probably not going to have a key either way, but getting right next to the door, it could really depend. Like, if you're in a space that has that large open area, it's good to grind keys there because you have, like, that room to move around. So you don't know what's coming up, right? Like if there's a good spot to grind up there. If you're only in that kind of like crescent moon sort of area, you don't have a lot of room to move. And if you start getting things like the big skeletons and stuff like that, they can do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So
I'd say that leaving room open so that you can backtrack, so that you can escape taking damage, is really important for a lot of games like this. Hey, John has the key. Attack the Moon appears to already be in the next door area, though. So, yeah, we've got a lot of flip-flopping between second and third. I love it. That's how I like to see my matches, when everybody is relatively close.
And with John in third, I'm still not really worried about that. John performs really well too. So even if he has a sort of bad match here, I think it's unlikely that we'll see John with 2/3 in a row. Which means, well, I kind of expect that John will move on to round 3.
My gosh.
And John's strategy of grinding for 2 keys here too means that he can just go straight into the next door if he wants.
Maurice is only a door behind at this point, behind Attack the Moon and Proton John. So, John and Attack the Moon are doing really well in that section. Attack the Moon finishing it just a little bit before John. I think he's got 1 or 2 hits here. Polterghost, meanwhile, just enjoying this maze.
The mazes are the worst.
Yeah, Polterghost is definitely not too happy about this one. I can promise you.
I expect to get people yelling at me.
Oh, probably. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick refresh of everyone's streams just to make sure they are all caught up. And so, you know, everything is synced up and we don't have people who are 5 minutes behind that we're watching. We don't want to see what they did 5 minutes ago. We want to see what they're doing now. Proton John and Attack the Moon are on to Vampire part right here. Now, the thing is, they're going to have to figure out which of the corks to hit in order to get the barrier to lower down. And it looks like Attack the Moon has figured that out. It requires at least one of them on the bottom, possibly 2 of them on the bottom. There we go. It has opened, but the skulls get particularly nasty here because the skulls can undo all of the hard work that you've done. Oh, hurry up, John. Gotta run. Oh, I thought the skull was gonna undo it. Hey, John moves back into second place. Attack the Moon just lagging a little bit behind because these jerk skulls running around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Polterghost, meanwhile, is getting ready to fight the witch.
Polterghost, I think, is having trouble getting that door to open.
Yeah, what's going on? Polterghost is typing. They think that their game is bugged and that they can't complete the level. Uh-oh.
I mean, I have no idea.
Let me see, because I have the manual pulled up. Maybe there is some sort of tip there. There probably isn't.
I just told them to check that they've completed all doors.
That is definitely a good idea. Check all the doors.
I mean, worst case, you spend a minute doing that, right? Because you don't want to go through like, oh, I soft locked or hard locked or, you know, anything like that when you just missed the door.
Yep, I would agree with that.
I mean, so far they've done all of the doors.
Okay, those doors are down. There's a door. There's one that Polterghost missed. Yeah, so it turns out uh, technically Poltergeist did not proceed in the correct order. I would say that Attack the Moon and Proton John have done the door that we have asked them in order to progress.
I would believe that is probably the case, but we'll need to find out here
it's going to change up in just a little bit anyway,
yeah,
because
like
Poltergeist will
who
blast
makes it,
through this.
and who makes it through the maze first. So who's gonna that door gonna open up for first?
This may take place in a British house. I mean, it was developed in the UK, so that makes sense.
I mean, it's absolutely possible.
Yeah, the thing is, Attack the Moon and Proton John are currently on a stage that is really difficult. It's very annoying. I mean, it's a maze. Yeah, Moon's stream did indeed stop. I'll go ahead and try to do a refresh. There we go. Everything running now. I don't know why. The internet's being a butt today. Everybody, just blame Comcast, okay? Or, you know, that one telecommunications company. Telecommunications! Oh, you pieces of butt. We're just about 45 minutes into the match. Honestly, at this point, I'm trying to think because this game is built in a way that there's not really a good strategy to proceed in order to guarantee progress. It's just do the mini games.
Yep.
As well as you can.
I mean, if you saw with Poltergeist definitely went all the way back down to the bottom to make sure.
Yeah.
Right,
it's
which I think if you were,
thing to do.
I think if you were missing a bunch of missing doors, right, it was definitely the right thing to do.
For sure. So, what I'm seeing, by the way, with the hints and tips, if you run out of water, try to use your hammer. But wait, I thought your water was your health.
It is, and so, like, if you're getting real low on that, like, use your hammer. Right, okay. And some enemies can only be killed by the hammer anyway. Those skulls, for instance, on Maurice's screen, can only be killed with a hammer.
By the way, John is moving up to the witch, right along with Poltergeist. Whoever gets in there, I think, will be technically in the lead. And there we go, John entering the witch battle, moving just a tiny bit into first place. See, that's what happens when you forget a door, Cornden.
Yep.
Although, he's getting comboed by the witch.
Well, I think he's just trying to get in early hits. The second witch is a lot meaner than the first.
Oh, her fireballs are a lot faster. My gosh. Yeah, John is doing pretty well in this fight. Oh.
Yep.
But one more hit, if he messes up once, then he's gonna have to do the tower over again.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Just don't choke. There we go. He clutched it out.
That puts John in first.
Oh, yeah.
The first instance of the third tower we've seen. But Poltergeist isn't that far behind. Poltergeist will be on Tower 3 also here in just a minute.
Yeah.
And Attack the Moon, I think, is also right there.
Like, Attack the Moon is going into the... Oh my gosh, well... Wait, Attack the Moon has a key. Did that not work?
I don't think they tried it.
I saw something pop up.
I mean, they have keys, yes. But if maybe something popped up that they didn't complete everything, maybe they missed a room too.
Yeah, you might be right. The music.
Well, I mean, we've
It's
only
like
got like 12 more minutes.
it's been almost an hour of farting into my ears, and I'm not the biggest fan of that.
It's like listening to Genesis games.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, depending on the Genesis game, though, this is definitely not better.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to pull out like good Amiga games, right, to hand out.
Oh yeah. Like, it's very much a tight race right now. Especially between John and Polterghost. Polterghost is going into the right door. Good. So the rule is they have to go in the right door and then the left door. John didn't finish that one, unfortunately. Gonna have to do it again. Polterghost is currently on that door. Like, really, it's first and second between those two. Attack the Moon is doing some work.
Third.
I think beating this will allow Attack the Moon to be able to get to the witch.
I would think that is the case, yes. And Maurice is also pretty close there too. I think these are gonna right. I think the case for between third and fourth is pretty close now.
Oh yeah.
And Polterghost is probably going to go back into first. So Maurice has a thing. Not all doors have been.
What was that? I think you cut out at the end.
On Maurice, that not all doors have been sealed, so they missed a door.
Oh no! That's always a setback. Yeah, Maurice is still lagging behind everybody a bit.
I mean, this is part of the reason I told them how to go do this, is so that they wouldn't have to go try to find all these doors.
Yep. I mean,
and because it would be easier for Kate to track.
But since multiple people have passed a door or two up, there's something that happened. Like, apparently it's a lot easier to skip the doors than I thought. If one person does it, big deal. If two people do it, then wow.
Well, I mean, 3 people kind of did it.
Okay, 3 people have done it.
It is.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of levels, right, where it's really easy, where you have, and it's the same one. Maurice and Polterghost missed the same one. That's real easy to just keep going and then just go up the ladder right next to it.
Oh.
And if you're not paying attention, you miss that door.
Yeah, it's just really strange that that happened to multiple people. But at the same time, I kind of understand.
When you're trying to go real fast, it's easy to miss.
Yeah, I'd say is that
Especially
bad game design? I'm not sure.
Especially when you have a bunch of players, trying to go fast, where that design has come up earlier.
Oh yeah.
Without a door over there, so you just assume, oh, I see the ladder like that, there must not be a door.
Yeah, I would say that if you did it on purpose, then it could be done well. But I don't think the people who made this game did that on purpose.
That may be. I mean, I think they just made a thing and went with it without thinking about the ramifications of the thing.
I mean, to a point, that's sort of what you have to do when you're developing a game. You gotta ship it, and if things are flawed, they're flawed.
So, Polterghost is now on to the 4th type of the minigame, and that is there are these dripping faucets, and you need to go shut them off. But the faucet you have to turn off is the one where the top of the faucet is rotating.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Not the ones that are dripping?
So the one that is rotating is also going to be dripping. But not just any old dripping one. Like, you can't just be like, let me go turn off all the... That's not how it works.
Yeah, I think they're all dripping. Oh my gosh, that's a little bit ridiculous. Okay, there we go. John has 2 keys. That'll be enough for quite a few attempts. I believe John may be... Did John move back? Is Attack the Moon ahead of John right now?
No, I think John is in second. Polterghost is in first. John is in second. Attack the Moon. I have not seen, and Cadis can confirm, I have not seen Attack the Moon get to Tower 3 yet.
I think you're right.
Whereas John failed this bubble minigame and was hunting for keys to get back.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Failed again. Which, honestly, it looks like if you get hit by a bubble or slip off between the platforms, that's what leads to your death.
Yep. Yeah, it's actually the slip between falling off between the platforms. So the downside is that you can be on a weak part of the platform and have a bubble hit it, and then you just fall through.
So if you're standing on a strong part, you're going to be safe no matter what.
Yep.
If you're standing on a weak part and a bubble hits you, you're just dead.
So each segment of rope can take 3 hits. And because everything is moving faster now, right, with multiple bubbles and all of that, you're going to take hits.
Oh yeah, the platforms are going to break.
Yep. And so what you really don't want is multiple, you can jump over 1 or 2 empty platform segments, right, on that rope, but you really don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, John is getting some holes opening up right now.
Yep.
Honestly, the less jumping you have to do, the better in this section.
Exactly. So now you can see where a whole bunch of holes have opened up. So John's kind of on the biggest segment.
Yeah, he is relatively safe, but oh geez, it's starting to get to the point where just a couple more bubbles and it's done. Yeah, I think that he's not going to be moving segments for quite a while at this point. Oh my gosh!
And I wouldn't if I were him either.
Attack the Moon appears to be key hunting. Oh geez. You have failed to save Disney Castle. Maurice just got a game over?
Yep. That's what happens when you run out of magic water.
Oh yeah.
So you have to be really careful with that.
Yeah, that is rough. So I do see it in the manual, by the way, that it says, what does it say? Apparently every bonus gives you more water, so maybe even picking up a key will give you water. You cannot carry more than 2 keys, by the way, per what it says here. It is difficult to fight while you are standing in a doorway. You know, that tends to be the case for a lot of types of fights. The Puddle Maze has 16 linked rooms. Okay. Bubble Room, try to move in the same direction as the platform. When finding the Ogre King, take your time. That's a good strategy. Take your time. Just like Persona 5, okay? Who is in the lead? For those who are unaware,
Polterghost.
Polterghost is in the lead. Proton John second. Attack the Moon in third. And we are getting to the end here. We're very close to the end. Polterghost on to another one of these annoying sections, but it looks like instead of skulls, we've got zombies that behave exactly the same. Maybe they're a little bit faster.
They are faster.
Okay. By the way, I'm just seeing out there that there may be a VOD review on something. I'm not 100% sure what.
I do know what.
Ah.
So it won't affect the course of the match.
Gotcha.
That with 3 people basically walking by that,
It's
right?
possible that it
we
spawned later. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think it is because Proton John hit it on the first time up. So my guess is that they just went straight from ladder to ladder because why wouldn't you? Right? You've done so before, and then you miss it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, Cadis is saying that he thinks it's easy to just miss it on the way. Who knows? It's good to have video proof, though. Yeah, worth checking out so that we can understand the depths of this quality video game here.
So John is definitely confused as to what's making me stop right now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, geez. He tried to get to the rotating one, but unfortunately fell down.
Good job.
Oh, jeez. You know, we are in the very last seconds here. Polterghost is definitely taking the victory today, everybody. That is time. Go ahead, throw your hands up in the air, celebrate a little bit, because we no longer have to listen to that music. Oh my gosh. Cornden, what a game. A game that probably, even as a child, I would have gotten bored.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Hey, I'm bringing Polterghost in. Hello there. Ghost. Congratulations. Actually, Polterghost might not be listening. Hello?
Polterghost.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just checking right now. Polterghost definitely took the victory today. It looks like Proton John takes second, Attack the Moon third. Maurice is listed as fourth. I know that there's going to be a review on something later. If that does change anything, we'll let everybody know. But for now, that's what things look like. Yeah, Polterghost, are you here?
How do you do? I finally fixed my speakers. How
Yes.
you doing?
Oh,
How you doing?
Doing great. Had a lot of fun with this match. It's definitely not a good game.
So, funny thing is, this was actually kind of enjoyable. Like, it's not good, but it's also not unplayable.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to give you the unplayable stuff until later.
Well, that's just not fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know that people in Discord are complaining about the key spawns. Did you run into that being a problem as well?
It wasn't a big deal. There's a few floors that generate like 5 enemies at once. The bigger deal was the fact that I think the game spawned extra doors during level 2, and I had to backtrack.
It didn't seem like it because on Tower 2, John hit all of them on one path on the way up.
Yeah, which was weird because everybody else missed the same door/doors. So, I don't know.
What I think is going on is the one that you missed, right, where you had the 2 ladders right next to each other, it seems really easy to just go up both ladders, and once you start going up the ladder, it's easy to miss the door, I think.
Oh,
yeah, I think I need to go back and look at what happened.
Yeah, Cadis wants to go verify on that. It doesn't change anything in the end, right, in the placing and stuff, but it is a little weird that 3 of you missed a door and Proton John didn't. And at least the doors themselves are deterministic, they're not RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still feel like this was a pretty fun match, though. Honestly, everybody had a shot at getting caught back up. Everybody had a shot. You just managed. Oh my gosh, I think John even passed you at one point going to the second witch.
Yep.
So, yeah, you definitely dipped back into second there, but then managed to pull it out right at the end. Seriously, great job there. So, Polterghost, I have a question. Is there anything that you're streaming these days that people should check you out for?
I've been streaming some tournament matches as a commentator for a fighting game card game called Exceed.
I don't know.
We're currently doing the final top 8 competitors who are currently competing for the top prizes.
Ooh, awesome. So, yeah, feel free to go check Polterghost out, especially if you love card games like that. All of the streamers do stream to the names that were listed on the layout, some more frequently than others, but still, building the community is important to me, so go give people some love. With that said, I think that's it for today. I'm going to be back tomorrow with a personal stream. I'm going to be doing some sub choices. Normal time, 2 p.m. Eastern. No Ku5ogrande, but that's just because we're getting ready for round 2, because round 1 is over.
This was it.
And Attack the Moon, I'm glad that you played. It was awesome having you. Well, we're going to go and raid Mystery Funhouse. Okay, Mystery Funhouse. Do we have a good raid message? I'm trying to think.
From this game? I don't think so.
I don't think we... Oh, production. Yeah. Production. That was from one of the bootleg RoboCops. Yeah, you can put spaces in there if you would like, as Karozy has done. You have failed Disney Castle. Oh no! That would be a sad message. Well, let's go, everybody. If I see you tomorrow, sweet. If not, it's not Ku5ogrande, so it's just going to be me playing some games that subs who have an anniversary are going to be choosing. So take care, everybody. Have a fantastic Saturday, and see you next time. Thank you.
So long, everyone.
Bye, Corndad.
Bye.
Okay, I am offline.
That was pretty fun, honestly.
Am I offline?
Zero tolerance.